Marvel lied to you. These iconic scenes were never supposed to happen. RDJ went rogue, Tom Holland broke character, and one accidental punch made it into the final cut. Stick around. The #1 blooper will destroy your favorite Marvel moment. Miss this, and you'll never watch these movies the same way again. In Spider-Man No Way Home, in the middle of chaos and combat, Willem Dafoe, channeling the Green Goblin's sinister essence, unleashed a bone-chilling cackle after taking a punch from Spider-Man. Tom Holland's stunned reaction wasn't scripted. It was real, raw, unfiltered, a genuine clash of madness and innocence. In Avengers Endgame, lost in the void, stranded in deep space, Tony Stark and Nebula pass time the only way two doomed souls can, through a game of paper football. This wasn't in any script. It was pure Downey and Gillen, creating an intimate heartbeat amid cosmic silence. In Captain Marvel, the Alien Autopsy, as Fury lifts the sheet off a Skrull body, he throws out a raunchy one-liner about the creature's anatomy. That wasn't Marvel. That was all Samuel L. Jackson, bold, irreverent, and unforgettable. In Avengers Age of Ultron, a shot of sarcasm. When Quicksilver blitzes past Hawkeye mid-battle, Clint Barton mutters he could fire a weapon him and blame it on Ultron. The cameras were still rolling. Jeremy Renner thought they had cut. They hadn't, and that crack stayed in. In Guardians of the Galaxy, the name no one knew. Captured, confused, and offended, Peter Quill demands recognition's Star-Lord. The scene's awkwardness? Carefully crafted improv by James G. and Chris Pratt to make Quill the ultimate underdog. In Doctor Strange, the one moment. In Endgame's final battle, Strange simply lifts a single finger. No words, no grand speeches, just one subtle cue, an improvised gesture by Benedict Cumberbatch that echoed a million possible futures. In X-Men Wheels and Jabs, when Logan meets Professor X, the script called him Baldy. Hugh Jackman had other ideas. With a smirk and raw Logan attitude, he called him Wheels instead, and it stuck. In Cyclops and the Train Station Smile, when a young fan couldn't stop smiling during filming, James Marsden, in full Cyclops gear, smiled back. It wasn't acting. It was magic, and the cameras caught it. In Far From Home, Fury's reality check. Peter Parker tries to duck out of saving the world, citing his friendly neighborhood status. Fury isn't buying it. Samuel L. Jackson dials it up, please, you've been to space. Line improvised. Impact unforgettable. In Loki, Kang's dance on destiny. In the finale, Jonathan Majors as Kong leaps on the table, dramatically weaving his tale of timelines. None of it was rehearsed. That manic energy? Pure Majors. In Ant-Man, right hook surprise. Hope clocks Scott Lang mid-training. That punch, unplanned. Paul Rudd's response, quick-witted and flawless, was all improv gold. In Civil War, move your leg. Tony Stark asks Peter to slide over so he can sit. Why? Tom Holland missed his mark. But RDJ, ever the professional, rolled with it. Result, one of the film's most subtly hilarious exchanges. In the Spider-Man point, that meme moment, 3 Peter Parkers pointing at each other? Andrew Garfield dreamed it, pitched it, and delivered it like a fan-turned-legend. Peter, Peter, Peter. In Doctor Strange, Closet Terror. Rachel McAdams flinches in a broom closet. The fear in her eyes? Real. The mop fell by accident, but she stayed in character, and director Scott Derrickson knew he had cinematic lightning. In Thor Ragnarok, he's a friend from work. Thor sees Hulk in the arena and beams. He's a friend from work. That joyful outburst came from a child in the Make-A-Wish program. Hemsworth honored it. The line became a trailer-defining moment. In Infinity War, the battle chant, Yibamb, was not in the script. But the Wakandan warriors, many fresh off Black Panther, couldn't contain their pride. Their war cry echoed the soul of a nation. In Black Panther, Hey Auntie, Killmonger strolls into the throne room, flashing that lethal grin. Hey Auntie. Michael B. Jordan's smooth greeting wasn't rehearsed, but it became unforgettable. He even reused it on Oscar night. In Homecoming, that's not a hug. Peter leans in. Tony Stark leans away. I'm just getting the door for you. That awkward, brilliant moment? Downey at his improvisational peak. In Guardians' clumsy genius, Quill drops the orb. It wasn't planned, but it was perfect. Just like Hemsworth hanging his hammer on a coat rack in the Dark World. Both bloopers, both brilliant. In Age of Ultron, Hello Dear. While tinkering with a tractor, Stark says, Hello Dear, RDJ ad-libbed it. Even Joss Whedon admitted it outshined the scene. In Infinity War, why is Gamora? Where is Gamora? I'll do one better, who's Gamora? Drax jumps in, why is Gamora? Bautista invented that on the spot, and comic gold was born. In Thor, another. After slamming down his coffee mug, Thor yells, another. Chris Hemsworth's sudden shout caught everyone by surprise, including the crew. In Avengers, Shawarma Legacy. Post-Battle of New York, our DJ threw out a line about shawarma. The producers ran with it. The post-credit scene? Avengers, exhausted, eating kebab in silence. Perfection. In Guardians, Jackson Pollock joke. You've got issues, Quill. Star-Lord's filthy ship joke referencing Pollock wasn't written. Chris Pratt dropped it casually and stunned the crew. In Thor, Odin's roar. During Thor's trial, Anthony Hopkins, on instinct, roared at Loki mid-dialogue. Tom Hiddleston's startled expression? A masterclass in staying in character. In Infinity War, Peter gets shut down. Tony cuts off Peter mid-sentence. That quick, not now kid moment wasn't scripted. Our DJ just was Tony Stark by then. In Ultron, hidden doors and sarcasm. Tony finds a secret door, then mutters, yay. None of this was in the script. But that dry delivery? It might be the movie's most underrated gem. In First Avenger, Peggy's touch. When Steve Rogers emerges from the chamber, Peggy Carter instinctively touches his chest. Haley Atwell hadn't planned it. She was just shocked by Chris Evans' transformation. In Wakanda Beard Copy, Thor lands like a god and meets Steve Rogers mid-battle. Notice you've copied my beard? Chris Hemsworth cooked it up himself, and fans cheered. In Doctor Strange, Try Me Beyoncé. You're not ready for that. Try Me Beyoncé, no one wrote that line for Cumberbatch. He said it on impulse, and Wong listening to Single Ladies was added after. In Guardians, jackasses in a circle. That insult, bunch of jacks standing in a circle. Sean G. improv while acting Rocket on set. James G. loved it so much he had Bradley Cooper dub it in. In Iron Man, I am Iron Man, the moment that shaped an entire franchise. The final line in the first Iron Man. Our DJ said it without warning. Kevin Feige kept it, and with that, history was made. These moments weren't just ad-libbed, they were forged. Born from instinct, passion, and a deep understanding of each character. It's not the script that made the Marvel Universe legendary. It's the actors who dared to stray from it. So, which Marvel blooper turned iconic moment is your favorite? Was it Downey's legendary improvisation, Hemsworth's thunderous ad-lib, or Bautista's comedy gold? Do you think Marvel should keep more of these raw, unscripted gems in future films? Share your pick in the comments and let's debate. And if you want more secrets behind the MCU, make sure to subscribe.